Hey, so you want to hear about apparently what was one of the big fights that my mom and her ex-boyfriend used to get in a lot?
Yeah.
It was that back in a few years ago, there
Yeah.
was a tragedy that had
Okay.
happened to all of us. The world has not been the same since this day. May
What?
2018, May 28th, 2016, Harambe was brutally assassinated by the Cincinnati Zoo. Okay, so I was driving my mom back to the house at one point yesterday when we were moving, going back and forth, and she just looks over at me and she's like, "This is his fucking problem. He just doesn't understand human emotions very well and puts like animals above humans." Because the last thing started because of the dogs.
Yeah.
And she was like, "This is just like that fucking thing happened at that zoo in Cincinnati." And I'm like, "Hold on, what happened?" And she's like, "That fucking gorilla that took that was throwing that 3-year-old boy around. He was so mad that they shot the gorilla." And I'm like, this was dicks out for Harambe was like one of the things that ended your relationship.
The meme. That's great.
Yeah.
You gotta love that. Well, Ian, I do have something for you.
Yeah, what's up?
So we're getting to the end of the year. We're getting to that Spotify Wrapped time. And as a man who owns a podcast, I've been looking at the stats.
Did you do your Spotify Wrapped?
No, because I don't use Spotify. I use YouTube Music like a fucking cool guy. But I just looked at our... Well, I looked at our global stats and our Spotify Wrapped for our pod. Try not to do that because we're not super popular. So it's mostly like, you got 2 new listeners this month. I'm like, ooh, 2?
And then they didn't listen again.
I'm proud of all of you. Do not unfollow. But I've recently learned about a super great longtime listener who, God bless you, whoever you are, who's coming at us. They're responsible for literally 50% of our listens in the last like 10 episodes at least.
Yeah.
And this person is based out of I'm not going to say the city because I don't want to dox you, whoever you are, man, woman, NB. We're pro you, whoever you are. But they come from the Île-de-France. And so to that person, I would like to say bonjour, bonsoir, bienvenue sur le Media All Podcast. Je suis Nathan. Je suis avec mon ami Ian.
Did you practice your French for this? Or?
No, definitely I did not. I don't know why you'd say that. I definitely don't have Google open on the other tab.
I'm not trying my best here.
I'm trying like the smallest amount. I'm truly trying.
How do I
like
get to my Spotify Wrapped?
I don't know. I was just doing it because I was bored because Ian was
I
taking
want to look
a
at
while
my
'cause he
shitty
was a busy
fucking.
boy today.
I want to look at the shitty fucking gifts they were like. "Oh, you're in the top 20%."
Oh yeah, it's probably just Pup and Fiddler.
Honestly, I just looked and it just said my number 1 song this year was "Broke Bitch" by Tiny Meat Gang, and that's not true.
It's the song you listened the most times to
There's
on Spotify.
no way. There's no way. I've listened to Pup's entire Morbid Stuff album more than I've listened to that song, and I've also listened to Jeff Rosenstock a lot more as well.
Over the course of the entire year?
Yeah.
Well, clearly Spotify's the one that has the stats, my guy. Maybe you just
They're liars.
listen to it on repeat for a while.
No. It's not true. It's impossible.
Why? Because you think you're cooler than that? Because the picture of yourself in your own head is a better man than the one in the real world?
It's a person who doesn't listen to comedy rappers. But also BB No Money and like Young Gravy were for sure there as well.
All right, what do we got? Let's hear though. I bet you're still in like the top 0.8% of fucking Pups listeners.
I'm trying to fucking log in, but I don't know my Spotify stuff.
We can do it on the app.
It's not showing me it on the app because I think I opened it once when I was driving and it was like, "Would you like to see it?" And I'm like, "No," because I'm driving.
Fuck away from me. Yeah.
Yeah, so. Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Upgrade? What the fuck do you mean upgrade? I have premium.
Maybe you have 2 accounts. I don't know.
Wait.
All right. Yeah.
I do
Okay.
have 2 accounts.
So I was about to say this bit's going on a little long.
Just move on.
All
move
right.
on to something else. If I
Let's
can
get into the fucking news, baby.
Yeah.
Welcome to Media Hole Podcast. We're a weekly podcast that talks about movies, comics, video games, and the like. I didn't do that because I did it in French before, but I didn't say the whole thing because it's too hard, and I don't good at French. But let's just get right in here. First up, the enigmatic video game developer and one of 11 people who follow me on Twitter, Swery, has announced a release window for his upcoming game, The Good Life. It's going to be coming out in summer. It's going to be coming out in summer 2021. And it was originally obviously like on Kickstarter, and it's coming out for PS4, Switch, and Xbox One. Looks pretty dope. And of course, I'm biased though, because I personally contributed 13,000 yen to the campaign, so I really hope it's good.
All right, so Swery.
Yeah, so The Good Life, it's coming out next year. We actually have a release window. They got a new trailer and a new fucking... they got an actual publisher. They're not self-publishing it anymore. It's a British publisher, but that's not really... I don't really care about that. What you feel? But yeah, that's my first piece of news, Ian. How do you feel about the video game The Good Life? You heard anything?
I don't know anything about it.
Cool.
I just know that whenever Swery comes up, it's like everyone starts to blow their load.
Yep, because he's great. And he, again, is one of 11 people who follow me on Twitter. That's true.
I'm just more surprised that Bad Bunny was the most streamed artist of 2020.
For you or in general?
No, in general. It won't give me mine anymore.
Okay. Sad
You
day
say
for
no
you.
to it once, and it tells you to go fucking eat a fat cock.
Oh, really? For podcasters, it'll let you view it 50 times.
Well, clearly I'm not one of those.
Yeah. Well, you don't have the login, but yeah.
Yeah, it just says my 2020 wrapped, and it... Oh,
Oh,
I got it.
okay. What do we got? What do we got, Ian? Let's put Ian on blast, folks.
I'm going to hold this away, so hopefully it doesn't pick up, but I want to
Oh, it's
listen
fully
to it.
picking up. It's fully picking up, Ian.
If it doesn't pick up on the recording here, then it's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
With a win. Okay, 295. I discovered 295 new artists this year.
Holy shit, Ian. I don't think I discovered...
Genre lust. Who says you have to go outside to explore? You have listened to 297 genres this year, including 83 new ones.
Oh,
Your top genres were... Just fucking give it to me. Modern rock, indie punk, indie rock, indie garage rock.
these are all the same thing.
Yeah, you could just... 3 of those could go under one category.
Well, the
One
songs...
song helped you get through it all, and it's Broke Bitch by Tiny Meat Gang.
All right, what else we got?
Well, the story of your 2020 with Broke Bitch. I first streamed it on February 7th.
Yeah.
All right, let's go next. But a year like 2020 required backup. Ugh, fuck off. Your top songs were Broke Bitch, Morbid Stuff, You in Weird Cities, Kids, Walkman by Tiny Meat Gang.
We got 2 Tiny Meat Gang songs in there, but
2 Pup songs and
Yeah.
1 Jeff Rosenstock song.
All right. So let's see what your number 1 band is. I'm assuming
You're a
it's Pup.
pioneer.
You're a pioneer.
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Tiny Meat Gang. Just to fuck with me. You listen to Scram before it hit 50,000 streams.
Damn. It's pretty cool. Ian's a hipster.
Which decade did you play the most? 90s.
90s? But does that like not include like
Not
now?
quite. Oh, it's gonna be 2000s actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that that's a considered classic now. Your top song from this time was "Plea from a Cat Named Virtue" by the Weaker Thans. That's a banger.
I have no idea what that
Who was
song
by
is.
your side? Guess your top artist of the year.
It's Pup.
The Glorious Sons, Jeff Rosenstock, Pup, and Fiddler. It's not
Gotta
Fiddler
be-
or the
it's-
Glorious Sons.
Gotta be Pup.
I'm gonna click Jeff Rosenstock.
No, it's Pup, dude. Like fucking Morbid Stuff with your number 2.
It was Jeff Rosenstock.
Really? But you just
Yeah,
didn't
you were
listen
in the
to
top 0.5% of their listeners this year.
Holy shit. What about Pup? I think
Yeah.
you're still pretty high on Pup as well. Like top 0.
Probably, but I can't check that.
Damn. Sad day.
My top artist, it's Jeff Rosenstock, Pup, Fiddler, Glorious Sons, Colorado. Now it's just showing me like a bunch of they fucked up the album cover and it's being ha 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 funny. Okay,
right.
cool.
All right, that's
Cool, I'm gonna go share it and everyone's gonna be so enthused to hear about my Spotify 2020.
Yeah. Well, that's what you just did right now to the at least 2 people that listen to this, including, again, our coveted man from France. Or woman or non-binary person, I'm sorry.
Individual.
I don't know. Individual, yeah. And also Stevie can hear it. And, you know.
Stevie knows.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't care. But do you know what Stevie really loves? I'm 100%
What?
certain. The video game Valhalla Cyberpunk Bartender Simulator, which
You are close.
is-
Stevie does not play non-AAA games. He's gonna get mad at me for saying that. Our another friend named Jacob loves Valhalla,
Valhalla's
but that's also
fucking
because
great.
there's robot women in Valhalla.
There's a lot of great things in Valhalla. There are waifus in it, but there are also it's just also a good game. But yeah, it's one of my favorite indie games of the past 5 years. And its sequel, Nirvana, which was originally slated to come out this year, has been delayed without a release window. Tsukuban Games, which is the developer, said that this is due to them growing from just 2 people into a full-sized developer. But they also said that there are other projects that might be released now before Nirvana that were supposed to release initially after.
That's cool.
Yeah, man. Again, I'd highly recommend Valhalla. It's one of the few games that no, actually not few, but it's one of the games that I have double dipped on. I have it on Steam from right around when it came out, and I have it on Switch. I got the limited run physical cart of it, which is dope. It's a great game. If you don't like visual novels, it's one of the ones that isn't really a visual novel.
It's one of the ones where if you call it a visual novel, the people who like the series will probably be like, "No, it's not a visual novel."
And it's you can like it, and it can be a visual novel, and it can also have other gameplay. Like people who like Danganronpa and Ace Attorney like visual novels. They're just
People who like
Persona.
Telltale's The Walking Dead.
I wouldn't call that a visual novel. It's similar, but I don't. It's not the same. There are more actual animations happening more frequently. I would say it's I'd say that's closer to a David Cage game. You know what I mean? Where it's an interactive movie.
That's an insult.
What? Hold
Saying
on.
something's a David Cage game.
The style of a David Cage game isn't the problem with David Cage's games.
David Cage
it's
makes
the
visual
writing.
novels.
I don't think that's accurate.
David Cage makes interactive movies, and they all suck.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean the concept of an interactive movie is bad. It just means he's bad at making good ones, you know? I wonder how the Planet of the Apes one by a bunch of ex-Quantic Dreams people turned out. I hope it was good. I bet it wasn't, but I hope it was good. They deserve a 1 win, you know?
Maybe.
Speaking of people making movies that aren't good, maybe. I don't know.
I just saw this. You ever
What?
hear about the real thing where if you lift up your doormat or whatever and there's a cracker underneath, it means someone's trying to rob you? Because then if a burglar will leave a cracker under your doormat, and then they'll come back in a few days, and if it's all crumbled, it means you've been home. But if it hasn't been, it means you've been out for a while and you probably won't be coming back soon. So they'll try and rob you. Apparently in medieval Cairo, burglars would send in a turtle with a lit candle on its shell into the house they were planning to rob.
That's pretty dope.
If someone was home, they'd cry out in amazement when they saw the turtle, because it'd be like, "Oh shit!
How did a
this
turtle with a
slow-moving
fucking
boy."
candle on its back get in here?
Yeah. And
That's
then the
pretty
burglars would
smart.
be like, "Oh shit, they're home. Bye."
I've got a great solution to the cracker thing, and that's don't have a mat outside. Have the mat inside,
Yeah.
like a normal person does. Oh wait, but that's probably for America where they wear shoes inside like fucking animals. Like goddamn people who are raised in a
probably.
fucking barn. with no goddamn like manners or cleanliness. Get your shit together, America. We're not allowed to
that's your only
talk.
problems wearing shoes inside the house.
We're not allowed to talk about American politics anymore. So now we have to call out America for other dumb bullshit.
Hey, Canadians, stop putting your milk in a bag, freaks.
They're better for the
That's going away
environment.
soon.
Really?
It's going away soon. Yeah, all single-use plastics.
Oh shit, right, because it's actually, because if you can make the milk container out of like plant-based shit, it's actually better. Which is what they do for the oat milk that I drink all the time, because I went vegan for a month and found out oat milk is really good.
Yeah, I gotta buy some.
Yeah, it's good.
My
You
new
should
house
check it
doesn't
out.
have a fucking freezer though. Well, this is not related. I was just about food stuff. I'm gonna try and like only cook like fresh food and shit for like the next month, because we don't have a freezer in the house. It's in the garage.
Oh,
The fridge is like a big like commercial sized like refrigerator.
so it's just a refrigerator, and has no freezer
Just
section?
a fridge.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's whatever. The people, there are so many things about this house that I'm like, this makes sense. No, it doesn't. None of the bathrooms have locks on them.
Weird.
Yeah, like that's what I was doing before I got on, is I was putting locks on the bathroom door. The bathroom downstairs, the doorknob is the latch for the doorknob is so off you can't even like slightly adjust it. You have to buy a new door.
Okay.
Yeah, this bedroom doesn't have a fan. Look at this fucking light.
I can't see
I think
the light.
it won't. It's gonna focus now. Do you see it?
Okay, yeah.
It's a square. It's also hanging off the ceiling by like thread. Like it's odd.
Yeah, that's fucked up that your house is like that.
Yeah, whatever. Everything else is fine.
For sure. Oh, right, I was going to talk about bad movies. Okay. And then I was like, wait, well, actually, I don't know.
Because I had no internet, I missed out on a bad movie last night.
Oh, yeah? What movie?
I don't know. They were let me see if they posted it in the chat. It was in my Discord. They like added people and was like, everyone get in here, it's bad movie night in half an hour. And then like Anthony messaged me and he's like, Jacob wants you in here right now. But
No,
like
I
I literally
got him.
have no data.
Oh, shit. Now I
So
gotta
I'm
know
just
what movie
fucking
it
sitting-
was, because if it's a movie I like, I'm going to be pissed.
Avengers of Justice, Farce War.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
And I think it has one of the guys from the League in it.
Which one?
The main guy. The guy who Jean Lajoie played his brother.
Mark Duplass? No, it can't be Mark Duplass. He's like
No,
famous.
Mark Duplass is the director, right?
No, but he also...
It's the guy who said that he was in 9/11.
Oh,
And
the
everyone
other
was
guy.
like,
Nobody
"No, the
likes
fuck
him.
you are."
Yeah, Steve Radonic.
Yeah.
He's not the main character. He's like the second. He's the guy with the wife. The main character is Mark Duplass.
Are you sure? I feel like they switch it up a lot. Like at the start of the show, it's Steve Renazizi.
Yeah.
He feels like the main character most of the time.
I always felt like he was second to Mark Duplass's character, because Mark Duplass like starts the show and his girlfriend breaks up with him and he's an asshole.
Yeah, and he's probably the most interesting out of all of them.
Yeah. And
He's
isn't-
also the champion already.
yeah.
Like it starts off and he's the best. Like so it doesn't feel like you should be rooting for this guy because it's like he's better than everyone here.
Yeah. But he's
one
like
you
a
really
director
gotta-
and a producer.
Yeah, Mark Duplass is famous, isn't he?
Yeah.
Isn't it like him and his brother are like a pair of directors?
Yeah, they do. They direct. They do a lot of stuff. I haven't seen many movies by them,
Yeah.
but
Also, I like when
from what I can
when-
tell, I think they like.
when you
were-
look up Jean Lajoie's character.
yeah, Taco.
His name is just Taco. In the main bathroom, one of the doors leads into my mom's room,
Yeah,
and I closed it because if she wasn't paying attention a lot and just was like, "Oh, I gotta piss really bad," and just like kicked open the door, and I was taking a shower, my dick would just be like right there because the shower isn't like it doesn't have frosted glass or
Oof.
anything. Yeah,
No curtain even?
no curtain. It's like a fucking glass tube.
Okay.
Yeah, not a tube, glass box.
Damn. Now, Ian, though, you would love that because you love peeing with the door open and /or on Discord calls because you get off on people hearing you piss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and I don't
So
want
you'd
my
be into
mom
that.
to see me do it. I'm not sick. Anyway, Jean Lajoie's character is named. It just says his name is Taco.
That's his name in the show, yeah.
Yeah, no, but like usually it'll be like it'll be like real name Taco MacArthur or whatever the fuck, but it just says Taco.
Yeah, and she's the guy's, she's either the girlfriend's brother or the wife's of Steve Radizzi's brother or whatever.
Oh man, you are fucking that up. He is the brother of Steven Renizzi.
I thought he was like the brother-in-law.
No, he's his brother.
Because isn't the wife in the beginning like, let him on your league or whatever? It's nice.
She's saying you should be nice to your brother, sort of shit. Oh no, what it is? There's another one. Nick Kroll's character.
Yeah?
Fuck, what's his name?
Oh, yeah,
Jason-
it's his brother-in-law is Jason Mantzoukas, yeah.
Yeah, Jason Mantzoukas is like, he's like, let him on, and she's like, no. He's like, no, he's a fucking weirdo, and he's right.
Yeah, that's the best character. I didn't end up finishing that show. I think I just watched the first like 2 or 3 seasons. I think they
And
got like 5 or 6 though.
It got 7.
7? That's too many. It's funny because that
Just
was
not-
that was the kind of shit that FX used to put out, and now like when I think of FX, I'm like, oh yeah, super expensive, awesome shows like Devs and Fargo and shit.
Yeah, FX used to be like, these are the comedies Fox won't actually put on.
Yeah, it's like The League, Archer, Always Sunny, like
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Always Sunny as well.
the super cheap shit that like the mainstream channel doesn't want, so we'll put it on the second
the
channel.
shit that it's like, whatever, just give it to FX. And then FX popped off and was like, became so big they made FXX.
Yeah, they had to spin off that, and now they're like, yeah, fuck you. We make some of the best shows on TV. We got Fargo, we got fucking Legion, we got a bunch of other shit. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Devs. I already said Devs. Devs is great. What are the other ones even? Oh, Atlanta. Atlanta's on FX. Like, the best goddamn shows.
Yeah.
And then Always Sunny is on FXX because it's not good enough anymore.
Well,
And
I don't know. I don't watch it. Oh, The League also got bumped to FXX.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
The League was
It's
the
Always
first thing
Sunny
I
got
ever
bumped
saw.
because they had a character come out.
Always Sunny got bumped. Oh yeah, because isn't the main guy, what was his name? Like Rob McElhenney or something like that?
Rob McElhenney, who is married in real life to Caitlin Olsen, I think. Is that the actress? Yeah, Caitlin Olsen.
Okay.
He,
Yeah. His character's
his character
gay on the show,
came out
right?
as gay, and it was like handled pretty well. It wasn't like for a joke.
That's
So
good.
I saw this fucking. I saw this joke where it was like in 2020, two characters on separate, massive, like long-running TV shows came out as gay, and if you told me that It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia was the one that handled it very well, I would call you a madman. Because we never dunked on it, but Supernatural had a really bad one.
Well, here's the thing, Ian, and this is why I didn't talk about it. I've never seen an entire episode of Supernatural.
I watched the entire first season because women do things to a man.
Okay.
There was a girl I liked who watched the show, so I watched all of it to try. I watched like the first season to be like, something to talk about when I can't think of something to talk about. And then after the first season, I'm like, it ain't worth it.
Well, it's just like, it's a worse version of all those bad CW superhero shows, which were all inherently worse versions of Buffy.
Yeah,
Like, it's just,
but then
it's all just Buffy, but less good. All the way down.
yeah, But the fucking I saw people claiming that the reason why that the two characters who were like Misha Collins' character to Jensen Ackles' character who's like, I love you, I'm super gay for you, and then a portal to hell opens up and he gets sucked into it because angels can't be gay. And then he goes there, but they didn't have them even in, it didn't even look like they were in the same shot because they weren't, because they had to film the episode during COVID times. So they were just like, okay, and then just put them in separate areas. And so they just had them like, Misha talking, and then Jensen Ackles going like, "Oh, baby,"
and like he doesn't even
facial reactions,
and he doesn't even reciprocate.
Like, the reason why they did that is, it's the reason why they did that is not because of fuck, what was it? Not because he's does like. He's like they can't be close together because of COVID stuff, because Jensen Ackles is a homophobe. I don't know if where that comes from, but people just kept claiming that it's funny. Like, oh, he didn't do it because he hates gays.
I think that sounds like a bit to me, only because if you remember,
I think it's Tumblr fangirls saying the reason why it will never happen in the show is because Jensen Ackles wouldn't let it.
Yeah, I think that's a bit though, like because remember there was that bit.
Well, no, it's a bit now, but back in the day, Tumblr like fangirls are ravenous.
Yeah, but there was that bit that everybody did about Millie Bobby Brown on Twitter, which was very funny until it had actual repercussions.
Which one?
Where they're like all the gay people on Twitter were like, man, Millie Bobby Brown like hates gay people or whatever, like. She hits them with their car and shit. And this is like kind of a couple years ago when she was still very young.
Probably couldn't even drive back then.
But it was just like a joke until it like had actual ramifications.
Oh man,
she
could
Twitter.
only drive this year.
Yeah.
So it's it's a joke. It's a funny joke.
It was a bit, but it had actual ramifications because like people thought it was true and shit. Then she left Twitter over it, which fucking sucks. It's lame.
Yeah, they accidentally bullied a child off of Twitter.
Not good, but it was funny while it lasted. Let me see.
Yeah, it was funny until the person in question was like, I can't believe you guys are saying these mean things about me, and ran away, and everyone was like, yeah, we were playing.
Yeah, it was a bit. I'm sorry. But yeah. So like let's get into more news because there's so much more. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like this next one, you're being a meanie.
What, Studio Ghibli's next film?
Yeah.
Yeah. The first trailer for the new Studio Ghibli movie, Earwig and the Witch, is out. The movie is going to be directed by Goro Miyazaki, which is Hayao's son, and it's a fully CGI movie. Now, I personally think that if you're freaking out about this and saying it's terrible and bad and you hate it,
you're that's
annoying.
What you were saying.
Yeah.
You didn't write all that. It just says if you're freaking out about this, you're annoying. It's like that could just be like, I hate the fact that they're doing this.
No. No, what I mean is like everybody who's like, oh, it's CGI, oh, it's stinky and bad, makes me want to barf. I think you're a fool because the movie's not even out yet. But
also, it's like, nothing's wrong with 3D animation.
Yeah,
like. 3D animation was pretty cool until Disney ruined it. And also, they didn't even ruin it. It's kind of nice to have both still.
Yeah. Yeah,
like to have traditional and 2D.
It's like every fucking American animated movie now is 3D. Like, none of them are 2D.
Yeah.
Which is dumb and bad, and it shouldn't be like that.
Even ones where it would be like, wow, this would be really cool if this was a 2D animated movie. And they're like, haha, 3D.
Spider-Verse is the only one that nailed it because they were making a 3D movie that like looked 2D on purpose.
But they also weren't using like computer like generated models for the whole thing. Well, like they obviously were, but they did stuff with them. They didn't just fucking be like, oh look, it's that character and they're just behaving like real people. They squashed and stretched like they were fucking cartoons, which is why cartoons are interesting, is because you can be really expressive.
Yeah,
but they didn't fucking do that.
They shoot it too much like it's live action in other ones.
Yeah.
They don't
Which
like,
that was kind of the cool thing about Ghibli was the like really good attention to detail.
That's
about
the thing, yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah, Ghibli 2D is like perfect, and I get why people are like upset about this different one, but also it's by Goro Miyazaki, who has only made one of the 2 movies that he's directed that's good. So like, give it a break. It'll probably be bad. Why are you freaking out? Like, who fucking cares? It's not.
Or I don't know. It could just be fine. Like,
It's the good man's son. Like, whatever he does, it'll exist. Like, it's not a big deal.
I'm sure if Hayao Miyazaki was like, "Yo, my son sucks at making things,"
He did.
He,
He said that.
Told us.
He did.
He did.
He did.
Man.
When Goro's first movie, Tales from Earthsea, came out, Hayao Miyazaki made a speech saying how disappointed he was in his son, and then came out of retirement to make more movies because he's like, my son fucked it up.
Well, he did From Up on Poppy
From
Hill.
Up on
That's
Poppy
the
Hill
good
is
one,
his
right?
good movie, yeah. But
Yeah,
Tales from Earthsea is Garbo, the writer of
But
the
the
original book.
screenplay is by Hayao Miyazaki. So
Yeah.
maybe this was like 5 years later. He's like, "Dad, let me try again." And he's like, "Fine, I'm too old for this one."
Yeah, From Up on Poppy Hill
And
is
then
good.
he wasn't.
From Up on Poppy Hill is good. It's one of those like newer Ghibli that don't feel like Ghibli. Same with like when Marnie was there. And Ariadne actually is like really good. But let me see. The movie is coming out later this month in Japan, and we don't know when it's coming out everywhere else. This is the first full-length, completely only by Studio Ghibli movie that they've done since 2014's When Marnie Was There. Because in 2014, Hayao Miyazaki retired.
For real.
For the second time. No, not for real. He's coming back again.
Oh, God.
But a bunch of long time.
What's he coming back for this time?
Another movie. It's coming out like in 2 years. I forget what it's called. But yeah, the second him and Takahata are dead, like, you're fucked. Right?
Yeah.
It's Isao Takahata, right? I'm not making that up.
I have no idea. I only know Miyazaki.
Isao's the guy who did The Grave of the Fireflies and Princess Kaguya and My Neighbors the Yamadas.
My neighbor. You know what? Never seen any of those.
Not even Grave of the Fireflies?
No.
Okay. But yeah, effectively though, if you're looking for new Studio Ghibli style movies, I mean, Studio Ponok's back. I mean, Mary and the Witch's Flower came out, and that's by the guy who did Ariete and When Marnie Was There. So, you know.
Psycho Mode.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I feel like, you know, post 2014 Studio Ghibli is like post 2016 Naughty Dog. You know what I mean? Like everybody's
What?
gone. Almost everybody's gone except for like one of the guys.
Yeah, okay. I get what you're saying now.
They're all doing other things at other companies that are better.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
Or
Or
possibly moving on to Warner Brothers.
yeah, let's go to Warner Brothers. So let's see. Warner Brothers has announced that their entire slate of 2021 films are going straight to HBO Max and theaters day and date, and then they'll leave HBO Max 31 days later, but then stay in theaters. So this includes movies like Matrix 4, The Suicide Squad, Dune, and Godzilla v Kong: Dawn of Kaiju. Featuring the very famous response, which is Mothra, why did you say that name?
Bro, did you just say the M word?
I said Mothra.
Cringe. I know. The M word. Mothra. Because you're... Whatever. Fuck you. I'm not explaining everything I have to say to you.
Mothra.
Who are you? You're not my fucking boss.
On this podcast, I'm 100% your boss, and you know that.
No, you are not. Fuck you. Anyways. That's cool. I know you have a whole thing, but fuck that.
But
It's cool that they're coming out because we actually do have a chance to see them, and we have like a thing we can actually see movies.
yeah,
Sucks that Disney is ruining movie theaters though.
yeah, that's what I mean, right? Like it's like
Yeah,
what I
that's
have
what
here
you
is
wrote.
like, yeah, a lot of people are celebrating that this is happening, and I'm happy that that new movies can be cheaper and safer for customers because that's good. But it's really fucking over the theater business. On top of them already having been fucked over with like the fact that every movie nowadays is a blockbuster that takes like up to 90% of ticket sales, and then, you know, Disney's monopolizing shit and taking more percent of ticket sales, and yeah, and then COVID.
Yeah, and comedies are dead.
Oh yeah, comedies are dead. Any like a movie either
Yeah.
has a $5 million budget or a $200 million budget. Nothing in the middle gets to exist.
Or nothing even less than 5 million. Like,
Well, less than 5 million exists, but like what I mean is like you're either a complete indie on a shoestring budget, or you have the world's largest budget and medium-sized shit that gets to play with the form doesn't really get to exist.
well, I wouldn't say 5 million is a shoestring. Like
5 million's 100% a shoestring.
a lot.
Man. It's nothing.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about when it's actually making the movie, not about all the rest of the shit. Like
No,
the,
that's
the
like
pure production costs. If you're telling me that you need $5 million to make an indie movie, you're insane.
no, but that's like all you can make. So like what I'm saying is like with 5 million you can make exactly one Get Out, and that's a movie that takes place pretty much entirely in one location. Like that's because like, you know,
A Get Out's not like, I wouldn't even call that like an indie movie though. I get that you could say that it has aspects of it that make it an indie movie, but it's still like made by Jordan Peele, an already famous man who I don't know how he went about funding that film, but he could probably just get, either he got someone else to give him the money.
he
to make
did.
the
Yeah,
film,
it's Blumhouse. But what I'm saying
then
is
that's not indie.
I'm not talking about indie. Like nothing's really indie anymore. One, because that's just all like YouTube now. But two, like, two, it's just like you either have Blumhouse gives you like again $5 million. If you're a famous person, they only give you 5 mil for the movie. Again, a super low budget for any film, like period. Or you're Christopher Nolan and you get $250 million
To make a movie that everyone was like, whatever.
It's bad. to have
Whatever. Christopher Nolan just fucking went on. Sis went off.
yeah to have not made a good movie in 10 years. I forgot Inception existed. Which is a pretty good movie.
When did Inception come out?
2010.
When did The Dark Knight come out?
2009 or 2008.
Okay. All right, then we don't have to fight about that one.
No, I would have said 2005. Ian, I would have, but
Wow,
Inception
fuck you.
exists.
What was in 2005?
Batman Begins.
Okay. I think you're wrong about that one. I think
Batman Begins
fucking
is the most original of the three films.
I don't care about originality. I care about entertaining, and I think The Dark Knight's more entertaining than Batman Begins. I wouldn't say I think Batman Begins is also good. What's The Prestige?
The Prestige is the Prestige is supposed to be good. I haven't seen it.
Well, that's 2006. So you didn't like Interstellar?
I didn't watch it.
Okay, you can't. I know you fucking hate the man, but you can't just say he hasn't made anything good in 10 years because the last thing you watched was The Dark Knight Rise. You watched Dunkirk,
I watched Dunkirk.
and then made like a 30-minute video about how much you hated it.
Yeah, and when I start getting back into video writing stuff, I'm going to make a video that references Dunkirk because I have I have an idea for a video that's like, these are all war movies that are not anti-war.
How did Tenet make $357 billion in the box office?
Lots of countries exist.
Yeah, you're right.
China, maybe. Oh no, wait, China doesn't like black people, and the lead of that movie is black. So
No, that Robert Pattinson is in the movie. They just replaced him. They just had him do it again.
fuck. All right. But yeah, guys. This is good.
Go watch those movies that are coming out. Whatever.
Watch 'em.
Or steal them. Fuck it.
We don't get them here, baby. Because
If we do, I'll watch it. If we get them on Crave, I'll watch them on Crave. But if we don't,
will.
I'll find some way.
I'm super hyped for Godzilla vs. Kong. I'm super excited for...
Same as how
Dune.
I found a way to watch Animaniacs.
Hell yeah. I think Dune looks sick. I think Suicide Squad looks sick. Matrix 4, who knows how that turns out because I haven't seen anything from it yet, but probably be pretty cool.
I didn't see Matrix 2 or 3, so.
Well, why don't we watch all of them before it comes out? Maybe, I don't know.
Because I don't like The Matrix.
You don't like The Matrix?
No. I never really got it. Like, people were always like, oh, it's so cool.
Were you a
like,
babby?
When I watched it?
Yeah.
Yes. When I first watched it, yes. I have not. I don't think I've seen the full movie since.
Okay, so maybe if you watch the full movie since, you'll get it.
No, because I think of the tube going into the back of Keanu's like neck and his body, and I'm like, gross.
It's supposed to be gross.
Grody. Also, how the fucking like pod he was in was almost killed him, IRL,
Oh yeah,
because
yeah.
it was too cold.
Yeah. Persona 5 Strikers are coming to Steam and the other
how
consoles.
dare you tell me to paste article links, motherfucker. You
I
don't paste
I
article
don't.
links.
I had that from weeks ago, okay, Ian? I'll remove it
Okay.
from the doc right now.
I didn't see it, and then I went back to like add something to my week, and
Oh,
then I
shit.
saw it, and I was like, "Fuck this guy! He knows how to Google things."
Yeah, hold on. Let me just get rid of that right there, right now. There we go. Bam. All right. But yes, Persona 5 Strikers is coming to Steam and the other consoles that don't matter on February 23rd. The release date was revealed in an unlisted video on Atlus's YouTube channel.
Thanks for reading how I wrote it.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, that was the surprise reveal. Is at the end of the trailer, Futaba says like, "What's next?" or something, and it says like PS4 and Switch, like it has the icons.
yeah.
And then at the bottom in another one, it says like question mark because it's like, yeah, it's coming to there. Or, and then the bottom one, it just says Steam and it's got like 2 exclamation points.
Yeah.
So
Now, Ian, I would like to say, first of all, it's coming to 3 last-gen consoles.
fuck you. The Switch isn't also the Switch is not just last gen. It's not the Switch is a fucking wait. It was the Wii U.
The Wii U and the Switch were part of the same console generation, I want to
And
say.
is that the generation that they consider to be the Xbox One and PS4 generation?
Yeah.
All right. I would say that the Switch is for the Xbox One and the PS4 generation, and the Wii U is for the Xbox 360 one. But
then what would you call coming out on Wii? We didn't compete
I
against
think
the
the
PS2.
Wii and Wii U pair better. The Wii U is the Wii Pro pretty much.
Yeah, but the Switch and the Wii U like are more similar on the inside.
I don't think so. I think
not-
the fact like you don't play the Wii and the Wii U. You could play the exact same games. You could,
But
use
there was
the
a
controllers
there was a
from the
shorter
Wii
time
with the Wii U.
There was a shorter time difference between the Wii U and the Switch coming out than the Wii and the Wii U coming out.
Yeah, because the Wii U was a failure.
Yeah.
because they took
And then
they took Sega's console plans from
Yeah.
1998.
Yeah. But what was I gonna say? Fuck.
If there's a PS5 version of Strikers, I'll probably get it on there so I can enjoy the haptic feedback controller. If not, I'll probably just pick it up on Steam.
I'll probably get it on PS4 just because like most Warrior games are better on console, aren't they?
No,
No.
it depends on how you use your computer.
I just assume any Japanese game is going to be better on console, and I'm frequently right.
It's a good thing to assume.
Oh man, do you want to hear did you hear about the Dragon Quest 11 thing?
No, what is it? Oh wait, isn't that an old news thing where it's like the
Sort of.
the Echoes of Elusive Age S Definitive Edition or whatever the fuck it run when you get it on PS4?
And Steam.
It's a Switch port.
It's a port of the Switch version, so it has worse graphics, but it's on Steam as well. And like on Steam for like a few days, both versions were available, and you could kind of choose. It's like, do you want more content or better graphics? But then they delisted the original.
Yeah, of course they did. Bad move.
Yeah, but also like the port's really fucking weird because it's like they de-resed and then added new content somehow, which shows like again Japanese developers are not super like friendly with PC and other shit.
Yeah, they really they're not very friendly with things they don't intend to be on their system. Like it's like this is for the other one, and it's like what if it was this, and they're like no.
Yeah,
You can have the bad version of the game.
although
Thank
actually
you.
Sega's been pretty good now that I'm thinking about it.
Where's my Dragon Quest? Dragon Quest 11.
Yeah.
Did they? I'm trying to see if they forced an update on me and just like gave me the new one for free.
They probably didn't.
Because I don't remember Echoes of Elusive Age being like the thing. I thought it just said Dragon Quest 11, but whatever.
No, that's the full title.
Like, get out of here, motherfucker. I opened up Steam and it started auto-downloading a Team Fortress 2 update. Ugh.
Why do you even have Team Fortress 2 installed, Ian?
We were drunk one night and wanted to play. feet were getting cold.
Okay.
Oh, okay, I'm back.
All right. Cool. So, yeah, Persona 5 Strikers looks like a good thing. Next
Is
up,
Jordan Voight Roberts John Voight's kid?
no, he's completely unrelated.
Damn.
I think it's also.
how
I
you
think
say
it's
the same?
Voked. I think it's like Voked, but I'm not sure.
Oh, there's an I in John Voight.
Yeah. John Voight's daughter or whatever is Angelina Jolie.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, Jordan Vogt Roberts' long-awaited Metal Gear, which he is the director of, but not the writer of, because he's been searching for a writer, because he's not a brilliant writer. But he knows it. Is finally announced.
At least he knows it.
Yeah, he's finally announced his Solid Snake, which is going to be Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac.
Which is a fucking
Is it Solid
great
Snake
choice.
or is it Big Boss?
It's Solid Snake.
Is Solid Snake always other snake? Baby snake, clone snake.
Yeah, he's a clone of Big Boss. So he's probably honestly, you would get Oscar Isaac to play both roles if they both show up.
Yeah, because that's what makes sense. But I'm sure they wouldn't, and they'd be like, or I'm sure, what's his name? Jordan, whatever the fuck, would be like, no, they have to be the same actor. And they're like, no, get the older one. That doesn't make any sense. And he's like, no, you don't understand. Oh, man, Jordan Vogt Roberts used to have a fucking huge beard.
Yeah, he looks sick. Does he not have it anymore?
Yeah. No, he shaved.
Fuck. Bad choice, dude.
Or maybe he's growing it back in quarantine. We don't know what he looks like right now.
It's possible.
Actually, we do. There's a picture of him next to Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's like a sheet. That almost it's so square.
But the beard?
Yeah.
Let me see. Did you post it in the Discord? Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, man. Fucking beard as hell. If you want to know what Jordan Vogt Robert did.
He directed Comedy Central's mashup.
He also did Kings of Summer, and he did Kong Skull Island.
Nick African American Ham.
But Kong Skull Island, I think, is like his. If you want to know how he can handle like a big blockbuster like Metal Gear is going to be, like Kong Skull Island's fucking awesome. It's so
He directed
deeply underrated.
a commercial for Destiny 2.
He sure did.
He did a commercial for PlayerUnknown's Battleground.
He sure did.
A commercial for Avengers.
Marvel's Avengers.
Yeah,
Damn.
but commercials we don't really see anymore.
Well, if it's a live action commercial, which I'm assuming it was, like, just pretty big.
I think Destiny like the Destiny games always have like really good commercials, which is like the commercials sell that game a lot more than the actual gameplay does.
Well, there was that Shane Black, I think, Black Ops 2 commercial with Robert Downey Jr. in it. I remember that.
I don't know. I wasn't watching TV at that point, so I would probably miss that.
I mean, I just you wind up seeing this shit online sometimes.
Sometimes. Oh, I remember this commercial.
But
Not the Black Ops one. I was trying to see which Destiny one he did, and it's the one where it's Cade giving a speech, and he says, "Go get your guns, guys," and it's like, ha ha ha, it's Nathan Fillion.
we do stand Nathan Fillion.
We stand a man who got killed in his own when he was the most popular character as a being like, hey, fuck you, Activision, for making him the most popular character.
Yeah, because he's the only character in the fucking game, dude. Like, he's the only person who, like me, as somebody who beat Destiny 1 vanilla, could be like, oh yeah, this is the one person with a personality in the entire fucking video game.
Yeah, like he had more personality than everyone else in Destiny 1, but he wasn't used as much. But in Destiny 2, and also later on in the Forsaken King or the Taken King expansion, Bungie was really like, you have to use him. Like Activision was like, you got to use him in every single cutscene. He was so important to the whole thing. And then
well, it's like you guys got rid of Peter Dinklage because of the reaction. You need a person, and people like Nathan Fillion, so like use him.
Yeah.
For the love of God, you have this motherfucker. Like, you use the motherfucker.
You have people. You have this actor who's willing to do the job and like become this likable character, and like the other two characters there are like, we are so serious.
Yeah.
We are the most serious people. We're gonna send you on hyper serious missions, and then fucking Cade's going there like, I'm eating chips.
Yeah.
I'll be there in a second.
You have the lead actor from like the most beloved canceled show of all time, whose fan base is rampant to buy shit. Like, use it.
Yeah, and then you kill him off, and you still have not replaced him with a character that is even close to being likable. And then now in the recent in the season of The Hunt, you brought back the man who killed him.
Yeah.
Who we already killed, but the guy comes back because a ghost revives him, which is how you come back as a character, because you're dead.
Hold on, why can't they do that to Cade or whatever?
Because Cade was already a guardian. Guardians, once they lose their ghost, cannot be revived, because your ghost is pretty much the thing that keeps you alive and lets you live forever.
Why not replace?
And once you lose your ghost, you.
Hold on, why not replace Cade 6 with Cade Yeager?
Here's the thing. I don't know what you mean by that.
Cade Yeager, the best character in any film. Google him.
Okay, sure.
I think it's
but also,
Cadeyeager. Cade Yeager.
Oh, I was going to spell it like Yeager. Cade Yeager.
I got him.
It's Mark Wahlberg's character from Transformers Age of Extinction and Transformers The Last Night. So actually, Cade is a robot species, so they could bring him back, but they already recast him as the man who replaces everyone, Nolan North.
Oh. Yeah, why?
They should just literally get Cade back and be like, sorry, I had a cough.
Trade one,
a robot man had a cough.
Trade one Nathan Drake type character for another.
Yeah, and you've also already used Nolan North in Around the Taken King. He's managed to replace Peter Dinklage as the Ghost.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah. Do you want to talk about how Oscar Isaac's ass cheek clap, because he's got, as he said, like an ethnic butt that wouldn't fit in the Millennium Falcon.
I just saw that. I just saw that on Tumblr. Unrelated. I was just like scrolling through, because I've been off the internet for 3 days.
Yeah.
So like I'm just scrolling through here, like maybe I'll find a meme and I'll send it to Nathan while we're talking. And it just says, Oscar Isaac says it's hard to fit his butt and ethnic hips into the Millennium Falcon seat.
Yeah. So like
and
hold on, I just have the retweet.
There's the meme.
I have a retweet. It's like it all comes together. Oscar Isaac says it's hard to fit his butt and ethnic hips into the Millennium Falcon. Deadline: Oscar Isaac to star as Solid Snake in MGS live action movie.
Yeah.
Colonel. Dummy thick.
Dummy thick. And the clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards.
We love it.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Anyway,
there's got to be a scene where he like gets up too quickly after and just like,
yeah,
and everyone hears it.
But yeah, watch Kong Skull Island. I would highly recommend it. It's a fucking great flick.
No,
Ian, if you like anime, you would like it, because it's anime as fuck.
I don't like anime.
There's an Akira reference. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't know.
There are people.
I don't watch movies.
Hey, you'd like this one. It's like, it's like a Fast and Furious, but if it was about how the Vietnam War was bad through the metaphor of a giant monkey. That's right.
Okay.
Kong Skull Island is a metaphor for the Vietnam War. It's actually extremely on the nose.
Okay, all right.
But yeah.
Sure. I'm sure that's true.
It is true.
Anyways, Monster Hunter has been banned from theaters in China because at one point, a character in the movie goes 1 second and just does the racist, some fucking Mickey Rooney shit.
Yeah, no. He's like, what kind of knees I got? Chinese.
That's like not racist, so that's why we're
no, but it's a reference. It doesn't have a slur in it, but it is racist. Because it's a reference to a very old, like, rhyme. Not very old. I don't know. Like 40, 50 years old. Not that old.
Oh, okay.
rhyme.
I didn't know that.
Rhyme that kids would say, which is like Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees. Look at these.
Look at these.
Yeah. Which you
That
do
was
the
a Family Guy.
Yeah, it sure was. You do like for Chinese, like you'd pull your eyes. Japanese, you'd pull your eyes a different way, which is obviously racist. But also like the dirty knees thing is also like, aside from rhyming, a reference to the fact that they like pray on their knees in Chinese culture.
So does white people.
Yeah, I know. It's just shitty and racist, and people who do it are stupid. Anyway, for whatever reason, not only is that bad, not funny joke. First of all, not funny at all. Not even a joke.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw the clip.
I didn't.
It's not funny and barely. I wouldn't even call it a fucking joke. But like, not
Just
only
Mila Jovovich strolls in. There's an Asian person that she says "ha," and then just the C slur.
No, but like, it's not funny and it's stupid and it's bad. And like, not only is it in the movie, which is dumb and bad, it's also they didn't cut it from the Chinese version of the movie. They didn't cut it from the. It got to theaters.
It's literally the thing you were just saying.
That's what I said. That's literally what it is. I said it to you. I said the joke in the movie.
I didn't fucking actually know. I just. Where the fuck is my sister talking to me?
But yeah, they didn't cut it from the fucking Chinese version of the movie. Like, why? And so it's been in theaters for exactly a day, and it's gone. Like, because everybody was fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Like, Paul, why'd you choose to do this?
Oh, man.
What?
I just found a meme. It's average Fahrenheit fan, average Celsius enjoyer. It kind of does break down that fucking thing about, like, people where it's like, Fahrenheit makes sense. 0's too cold, 100's too hot. And then it's like, whatever. It's 30 degrees outside, so I know I'll be 30% warm. It just makes more sense. Poggers. And then the Chad side is like, oh, it's -3. Let me put on a tasteful jacket because below freezing means it may snow. I understand weather exists, so simply measuring the temperature based on the freezing point of water and participation is more intuitive.
Yes.
I like to follow. But these memes are dumb. I love them.
Yeah.
I want to find this subset of the internet. Who's in the background?
I don't know.
Who just walked over there?
I don't know.
Who's at the fridge? Is it your mom? Is Derek there?
I don't know.
All right, cool. So,
Okay. Sorry.
can't believe that a movie made in Japan, movie made for based off of a Japanese game, has some racism in it, and it's not Yakuza.
In America too. It's an American film.
Yeah,
It's funny, man. Star Wars cuts out the scene of like, or cuts out like
Finn
all the
existing.
gay shit, yeah, and Finn on the poster, but the fucking joke that's actually racist to Chinese people doesn't get cut out of the Chinese version.
yeah.
It's really
Fuck is 12 Entertainment.
what?
I don't know. I was just like, who's made like because they're making that like Western Yakuza movie,
Yeah.
and I was like, who's doing it? And it's some fuckers called 12 Entertainment. And
Yeah,
I'm trying
they-
to find something about them.
It's a production company. It's like it's a bunch of people who were like in games media, then that like started a production company because they had a lot of money or whatever.
Well, they
And-
made Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, apparently, or something.
Yeah, that movie's apparently not that
yeah,
great.
they had something to do with it.
They produce because only like
Well, it bombed.
any
Oh,
movie
no, it didn't. It
any
made
movie that you sell
4 times
based
its
on its
budget.
producer is probably not good.
Oh yeah, Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, but it's like Guillermo del Toro didn't make the movie. He just said he just was a producer
Well,
on
he
it.
produced it and he did he was involved in the story, but it's not directed by him.
Yeah, so it's like he's a better director than he is a writer. He's a good writer, don't get me wrong, but he's
Yeah.
a better director.
Usually it works out like that. It's very rare where the director's as good of a writer as they are, or the other way around.
Yeah, I mean some directors are also great writers, but like, you know.
Man, how did you have less things this? Actually, you know what? I kind of
I cut one of mine.
bullshit. Okay.
Yeah, because I figured this would be a long app because of all the news.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, let me go first. All right, folks. Welcome back to the second installment of our classic, now well-loved segment.
This could be the very last one, considering the parentheses here.
I'm assuming you're gonna play it.
Well, I don't know. You saw my shit in here. My PS5 is even set up right now.
Yeah, but you need to have your PS5 set up to play Yakuza, and to play any other game. I don't know.
Nothing
Demon
else.
Souls.
Nothing else right now. I was actually trying to break Demon Souls right now.
Break it?
Well, did you hear about the glitch they found that totally just ruins the game?
Sure. I don't care. But
fuck you. There's just a thing where you get 18 in each attack stat, which is dexterity, strength, intelligence, and faith.
Mm-hmm.
And you go and you beat the poison area. You killed this fucking priest, and you take the soul from her.
Okay.
And then you go back. Then you beat the fucking flame man, and then you go to the blacksmith, and you're like, "Give me the blue blood sword," and that sword scales with luck for some fucking reason. A otherwise useless skill.
Yeah.
And then you go get a gold coin from these fat fucks, and then you pop it and talk to the maiden in black, and for no reason, your luck skill just starts skyrocketing. And if you sit there and wait for the duration of the entire coin, it gets up to 11,000.
And then you just fuck everybody.
Yeah, and since the weapon scales with luck,
yeah, it has the world's largest number.
Yeah, 8,000.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it goes over 8,000.
It's over 8,000.
9,000 does just sound better. I get it that it's a mistranslation, but
is it a mistranslation?
Yeah, the original says 8,000. But 9,000 just actually sounds better.
It's because you're used to it.
Yeah. But I think there's just a way the word it flows. Whatever. Bug snacks.
Talk about bug snacks. So this week I platinumed the PlayStation 5 video game Bug Snacks. And I have some more things to say about it, even though I'm gonna try not to spoil it. Ian, did you know that the ending of that game is fucking incredible and weird as hell?
Of course you would say that.
Why would I say that?
Because you would.
What? Did somebody else tell you that it was bad and not good?
No, I didn't. No one else I know has played that game.
So, okay. Anyway, yeah, the ending's really good. Like, the gameplay of the last thing that happens is not that fun. It's pretty bad. So, Ian, I would recommend that you beat all of the side missions before you start the ending. The game tells you when you start the ending, so it's not... You'll be fine.
It's kind of like Miles Morales, where it's like,
hey,
bro, I swear.
After this point, you cannot keep going.
That's good. Every game should do that.
Yeah.
I think normally they do, but it sucks when they don't.
Yeah, Bugsnax is really good, and I liked it quite a lot.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes. So, sorry, I'm just uninstalling stuff because I'm getting my low disk base thing, even though like I'm still recording into the D drive. I can cut that too. Anyway,
the D drive. It's because D also is the first word in dick. King of comedy.
Ian, I'd just like to point out that you said the first word, like the first word in dick.
I don't care. I do not care. I don't know how the alphabetical works.
All right. Well, the name of this episode is D is the first word in dick.
Yeah. That's fine.
All right.
Who the fuck is this?
What?
I don't know. It's just this girl who like is dressed like a mechanic, and then she has like a magical girl transformation, but when she comes out, she looks like she's not in a magical girl. She looks like she's in like she's in like a military uniform, and I don't know. I just really vibe with it.
All right.
So I'd like to find out what it's from. Yeah, so I'm just gonna look that up later.
It's a Bug Snacks. The ending's really good. The gameplay's not great, but you wanna if you finish all of the side missions, then you're fine. You don't have to try that hard at the ending because it's. All right, I'm gonna say minor spoilers here. Minor spoilers.
That's fine.
Because I think this is something that will entice Ian to play, but it's something that is a spoiler. So,
Yeah.
okay, so spoilers now for Bug Snacks. Ian, so
Yeah.
if you finish every character's side mission storyline, then they can't die in the ending. But if you don't, you have to try hard to defend them, otherwise they will die.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What?
Yes. So if you finish the character's side missions, right?
Okay.
Then they cannot die in the ending because you did all their side missions, so you're good, you're safe.
So like Mass Effect 2.
Yeah. However, if you don't do their side missions, they can die if you're not good enough at the mini games at the ending, and they're not easy. They're really annoying.
Damn.
Yeah,
Sucks that they're annoying.
yeah, they're it sucks because like they clearly tried, but it's just like you're using the game mechanics in ways that the game wasn't made to be using them for.
Oh.
So it's just kind of clunky, but you know, it's cool.
Well, that sucks, but at least you enjoyed the rest of it, right?
It's a great game. It's maybe 1 hour too long. And I would cut maybe an hour from that middle section. So like, you know, just, yeah. From the middle, cut, if they like literally just removed an hour from that video game, it'd be great. I caught all 100 Bug Snacks. I platinumed the game. I think it's a great plat. Again, like just under, it's like about 10 hours. But like, yeah, I wish it was 9. But other than that, it's great.
How secret are some of the Bug Snacks?
Not secret.
Okay, so there's nothing ridiculous where it's like you literally can't find this one man.
There were a couple that I struggled finding, and those are ones that like appear in a weird spot at a weird time. But once I like, you know, I googled it.
But
I
you can
used a
figure out when they like appear, like the thing. There's like a thing that helps you, right?
No, not until like after you've taken a picture of them.
Okay.
But like, yeah, you'll sometimes find like evidence of them being there, but there was like a couple that like I never found that evidence, and so like therefore had no idea when to be there for, and so there was literally 2 of the 100 that I struggled to find. But there's literally 100. Like it's 98 of them are fine, you know?
Yeah. That's good. That 98. It's
Yeah.
a good percentage.
There's 4 boss battle Bug Snacks that are optional boss battles that are really fun, and you can only do them on side missions, so another reason why I would recommend do all of them.
That's a real PogChamp moment.
Yeah, the ending's really good. I think they might do a sequel.
That's good.
Yeah.
Especially if it, like, you know, it's for game's first. I think it's a small studio. That's like their first game, right?
It's their second game. Their previous game was Octodad.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Both Octodads?
Yeah, they did both Octodads because there was the freeware one and then the real one.
The one where it was like, haha, look at this funny meme game. I bet no one will ever make a video about this. Hello, it's me, Markiplier.
Dude, that game's great.
Jacksepticeye
that was an
or
early PS4 game, and we had everybody over and played it, and that game's fucking
Dadliest
great.
Catch?
Yeah, Octodad Dadliest Catch.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's kind of... Remember when... Did you ever play Happy Wheels when you were in fucking high school? Like, sitting in the computer lab or whatever the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, that was just a thing that I played all the time. I think Chris was the one who showed it to me. Like, it was something that I'm just like, back in the day, it was something I did to be like, I'm not actually doing any work in class sort of shit.
Nice.
Or like I finished my work and I would be like, let's go kill this baby 100 times. Haha, so funny. And then like 5 years later, I'm graduated from high school. I'm like 20 years old and I'm going on YouTube and people were like uploading Happy Wheels videos daily and acting like it's a new game.
It caught on. I think it caught on pretty hard. Like, yeah, in 2014, like is when like people who that was their main thing on YouTube happened.
Yeah. There's always going to be that game that catches on. I try not to be annoyed by them. I can't remember what the last one I was annoyed by. It was probably Fortnite. But,
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it's like for the guy who's like, I fucking hate Among Us. This game sucks ass. I don't want to see people play it. It's not funny. It's boring, and it's like everyone's still playing it.
Yeah, I think. Well, but the thing is Among Us is fun.
We're probably at the end of the Among Us.
I'm kind of still here for it because it's basically a
no. I'm
game.
still here for it, but I mean like YouTube content creator shit. I think it's gonna go away probably in the next month.
I would say probably turn of the new year. Like some big thing needs to come out, and it'll probably be Cyberpunk that's gonna change it. You know what I mean?
I don't know because I think those they scratch two different itches because it's like Cyberpunk is purely single player.
Yeah.
So like if someone makes mostly single player content, it'll probably be more of that. But if their whole thing is playing games with friends, then Among Us is always going to have a place. And also, you don't have to play Among Us for like a ton of hours to like get your enjoyment out of it.
Yeah.
You don't have to be good. Fucking Blake gets mad at us when we play sometimes.
Because the problem is I watch fucking so much Among Us on YouTube.
I watch Rubber Ross and shit, and I watch like Alpha Rad's videos and a bunch of other people who play.
Yeah.
And like
I watch Raw.
I'm on TikTok.
I watch Rubber
those
Ross
clips.
sometimes, but I'm very much in that like Corpse, Sykkuno, sometimes Pokemon and Toast area where it's just I'll fucking watch it forever because it's super fun. It's like if a board game was a video game. It's really cool.
Toast and Sykkuno are probably the funniest.
I love Sykkuno.
That clip of Sykkuno coming down and after finding a body and going like, Ray, you can't do that. And she just goes like, how the fuck did you see me? And someone's like, did you just admit to doing it? And she's like, no, fuck yeah, I did. And he's just like, I didn't see you. And she's like, so mad. And like, the game's just bait for really funny stuff.
Yeah, man.
So we're probably gonna have to play classic Among Us tonight.
It's because our friends have only mobile.
Just one friend, but we're not gonna be mean.
Yeah, we're not gonna exclude.
I don't know
somebody.
why. I'm sure she has a laptop.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about books now.
I'm gonna take the first two things I wrote. One is just a comment, like a complaint, and the other one is actually something I accidentally ended up doing a lot of, or catching a lot of. I just keep seeing the phrase where it's like, blank lives rent-free in my head, and I just hate it. It's so annoying. It's such a dumb way of saying, oh, I think about this all the time. So anyways, Ordinary Sausage lives rent-free in my head right now.
I don't even get this complaint. I saw this in there for days and was like, why? Who cares?
I don't know. I just kind of was like sitting at home kind of drunk. Like just after work, super tired shit. Going like, oh, man, I got to move this week. I have nothing like to do right now. I'm just sitting around. And then I was just like, saw like 5 memes in a row on Tumblr that's like, blank lives rent-free in my head. And I was like, Urgh. So I went and opened up podcast topics, and that's the first thing I wrote this week.
The first thing you wrote, hold on, Ian. The first thing you wrote was, this is from
New Week, Don't Delta.
Don't Delta. And then I wrote in brackets next to it, it's delete dummy.
And then I followed up with, I was drunk, asshole.
But you didn't put a comma, so you're actually saying I was drunk asshole.
Yeah.
So you're the asshole in that situation.
Yeah,
You
sure.
didn't put the comma.
All right, but do you know what Ordinary Sausage is?
Never heard of it. Never will.
It's a moderately, like, the guy's been going for a while, but he got really big recently because he did a video with Critical.
Yeah.
So the guy's whole trend on his channel is he takes a bunch of things and he starts fucking grinding he throws it in a meat grinder, goes through it, and then he puts it, and then he like cases it in sausages and makes like hot, like sausage in a bun with that shit, and then eats it, and then gives it a sausage rating. So that's like a roast beef dinner.
It's roast beef. I got some carrots. I got some brock. I think I got some mashed potatoes.
So he would take all that, put it in like a stand mixer with like the ground beef function sort of shit.
Yeah.
And mash it in. It would come out as ground beef, and then he put all of it
put it in
together.
a sausage casing.
Yeah, and then he would cook it and then try and eat it and then review it. But he's done some like actual gross shit.
Like dog food.
No, I bet he would do it. But one of the memes is he takes like suggestions from people, and one of them he goes like, "Stop telling me to fucking do dirt. I'm not doing a dirt sausage." Or someone told him to do a sausage casing sausage.
Whoa.
Oh, what was it? He did a Subway sausage where he got a Subway sandwich and ground it up, but what he ground up was the fucking paper as well. Like all of it. He takes
funny.
like one bite and then like says some shit about it, but it's still just so gross, but it's so entertaining.
So
and
what you're telling me is he's a human garburator.
kind of, but he seems like a very pleasant man. Like, do you remember Shoe Nice?
Oh, poor guy.
That guy who's like, I'm eating a whole bar of soap, and like his like wife and kids like all abandoned him because he was just like,
he's a drug addict is what.
Yeah, and he was obsessed with YouTube clout because he could make money to do more drugs.
Yeah, it's like an extremely sad story, but everyone used to make fun of the fucking guy, like, and it's like clearly this man has a problem, and it's kind of bad that you keep making fun of him.
Yeah, where Ordinary Sausage kind of has like this same vibe of like, oh man, this is so gross, but then he just seems like a really nice, pleasant man.
It's good.
He's got like a big curly Q mustache, and he's just like, "Hi, I'm here to make some sausage."
Oh, my mom put some horseradish on my plate. That's good. I was just check it out. I like horseradish.
If she didn't, I would go back upstairs
Scream.
and whip it in her face and say, "Thanks for dinner, whore."
Ian, I'm not you.
I don't say.
Oh,
I'm appreciative when my mom cooks me dinner. Why are you in here? So what did you say about me being mean to my mom? No, she's like, her body's fucked up right now.
yeah.
She didn't do like anything for the move, but she's like walking around like, ah, ooh, ah. Like she's like lifting her own leg with her arm and shit. All right, so that's the second. That's the second time my mom's interrupted. Your mom's been there twice.
Yeah, we got two each, and we're only an hour 20 in, so like we might.
Yeah,
we
we can
bang
also
this
probably cut out like 10.
a good amount. Like we might be banging this motherfucker out. Is what I'm telling you.
Yeah, this might be a good one.
Yeah, this might be one of the few good ones.
Yeah, we have to save all the December time for when we inevitably just fuck up at the end of the month.
Yeah, for sure. I know for a fact that I'm probably, like, by the end of the month, I'll probably have to have something to say about Cyberpunk and have something to say about 13 Sentinels, because I think I'm going to get that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to wait until someone whose opinion I respect about Cyberpunk says if it's good, like if they like it or not.
You mean like me?
If they say it's close... No. If they say it's similar to The Witcher... Like, I know it's CD Projekt Red.
Yeah.
But if it's like, yeah, it's exactly like The Witcher, I'm just not going to get it. I know it doesn't play the same, but I'm talking... I don't like The Witcher 3. I think the story is very interesting. It's the everything else about it, like the playing it.
I like the playing it. I don't love the combat, but that's the biggest thing that's going to be different.
Yeah, so I don't know.
It's like
I'll go see some like out of context clips. See if something grabs me. See if
honestly,
like, I want to go and just like
I'm not even
stare
gonna
at Alana Pierce's
character
player model.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not going to even tell people to buy it necessarily, because the only reason I still am is because I'm getting it super cheap. Like, I hate the way the fucking advertisements have been going. And, like, it seems like this game is catering to the I Love Elon Musk group, especially online. And that's fucking lame, because Elon Musk is a villain in Cyberpunk. Like,
Yeah,
Elon
in a
Musk,
Cyberpunk future, Elon Musk is a villain.
because he is one now, right? But then again, that's what happens when a game series that's about being punk and doing protest is led by a company that has terrible labor policies, right?
Yeah. I'm just looking through the pictures, and there's like on Steam, and one of them is just a picture of like a girl with a bunch of tattoos, and she's got like a green, like fucking sick
Haircut.
swipe to the sides. She got like an undercut with some robot shit underneath. She's wearing a tank top and just. Oh man, I'm about to hit add to cart.
Yeah, I'll tell you how it is. Also,
I have I have $50 on Steam still.
Oh yeah.
Of like free money because I sold my entire CS shit. Because why would I keep it when I
Because you don't play that game. And it's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Penis was so good they made a penis too.
All right. I'm gonna talk about
Final Fantasy
Final Fantasy
X.
X for a bit because I'm still working my way through Final Fantasy X. I didn't play as much this week as I did last week. I was gonna talk a little bit more about like some Gundam shit, but because I kind of got cut off last time, so maybe I'll
buying
just
this game.
double bear. What, Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
I'm covering the other $30.
Yeah,
so.
might as well. It's not a big deal.
And if I don't like it, I just return it.
Well, you have to do it in under 2 hours, which like it's an RPG, dude. Like it.
Fuck, is it under 2 hours now? It used to be 3. Whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
Who cares?
Anyway, Final Fantasy X. I'm like 14 hours in. It's a good game. I like it. Again, it's a great first Final Fantasy. If you're daunted by the series, this has some complicated stuff in it.
Dante?
Daunted, like you're scared of it. Don't worry, dude. Dante is going to be in Final Fantasy 16.
Oh, not that would be kind of a cool crossover.
And by that I mean it's just got the same combat designer of DMC5.
That's why I'm saying it'd be a cool crossover.
It would be. I'd be into it.
Like a hidden boss where there's a guy like, I'm Dante.
Yeah, man. Just do Nocturne, but in Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Fuck, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Final Fantasy X is a great game still. I got to the infamous laughing scene this week.
Yeah.
And I would like to say that as much as I love memeing that scene, I'm a big fan of the meme. Don't worry. It actually makes sense in context and isn't as goofy.
I think it's like him. Doesn't he like give her like some speech about like, oh, just laugh away your problems or some shit?
Yeah. So she tells him that like when she's sad or whatever, that she just smiles and then eventually she starts feeling better. And then she tells it, and then he does it. And he has like a goofy like fake smile. And then she tells him to laugh, and then he does that, and then he goes like, and then everyone looks at him like he's a fucking crazy person, and then him and Yuna both do normal laughs that are like natural. They go like or whatever, because it's a stupid.
So it goes fake to real.
Yeah, it's funny because he's fake laughing, and then he's like finds it funny because he's hamming it up.
Yeah, if you fake laugh for long enough, you're gonna laugh.
If you fake laugh like Titus, you're gonna start real laughing at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that you're laughing like a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Ian, go. Do it.
No. See? You're laughing because you're embarrassed.
I am embarrassed because there are other people than me in my home. So...
Mm-hmm. Where I'm just constantly afraid of the opinions of others.
Yeah. But yeah, Final Fantasy X is good. You should buy it on Steam if you want to. Or on PS4, or on Switch, or on Xbox One. Fucked up that game's on Xbox.
Why?
I don't know. And actually, it's fucked up that, like, the thing that's the most fucked up in the world is that Final Fantasy VII, the original, is on Nintendo Switch. That is fucking wild. Like, because that game was on PS1 because of Nintendo PlayStation thing breaking up. Do you remember that thing?
Yes.
So the
because they had
PlayStation-
that deal.
The
They were supposed
PlayStation
to be
was
the-
being
the
developed as the
Nintendo-
Nintendo PlayStation.
Yeah. And it was supposed to be a what was it? Was it it's actually just a separate console, or was it an attachment for the N64?
It was going to be the N64.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it was going to be like at the, you know how the N64 had the disc drive or whatever, like that only came out in Japan?
Yeah.
It was going to be like that the PlayStation and like the N64 were going to be one thing. Like it was going to be like all built together. But the deal fell through because they realized that Nintendo had made the deal with Philips for the CDI, which was fucked up.
Isn't that old?
It was the same time period. It was like within a
Wasn't
couple
the
years.
CDI like a long time ago?
Yeah, but so was the PS1.
Really?
Yeah, like it was same.
I felt like I always thought that CDI was like a late 80s, early 90s thing.
Yeah, but the PS1 came out in 1994 or 95 maybe. But still, like the deal had existed for like 2 years prior. You know what I mean? And then like that, I think it was like 93.
Oh, yeah,
the fucking CDI came out.
It came out in 94.
The PS1 or the CDI?
The PS1.
But yeah, so like anyway, then the PS1 became its own thing, but Square was already developing FF7 and it needed to be on CDs, right? So then like Nintendo
yeah,
was like,
and-
we're doing the N64 with carts again, and they were like, we have this game that's bigger than can fit on any PS or any N64 cart.
I think that changed in the future. Like by now, it's like if games still came on cartridges,
Yeah.
if Nintendo made cartridges proper and like actually tried to fucking not make them small games, they could probably fit more than what's on like a Blu-ray disc.
It depends on the cart, right? Like if it was
Because you can get a micro SD that has like 128 gigs on it. So
Yeah, but
if you made like an N64 sized cart, that would just be an SSD inside of it.
yeah, well, yeah, now like, but it depends, yeah, because like that's expensive, right? Like how expensive is a fucking SSD, right? They're really expensive.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the problem with Switch carts is that they cost more to make still than any disc. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but for what they were trying to do with the Switch, you couldn't really disc that.
No, you couldn't. Unless you did a PSP style where the back opens up.
And also the PSP had specialized discs. Like
Yeah, the
UMDs.
Universal Media discs. They're universal.
Yeah, but they had them in that like fucking like little
in the
holster,
plastic, yeah.
so
No,
that they wouldn't rattle around. Which was, remember the old problem with Xbox 360s where you could destroy an entire fucking game by just, hey, 1 second, my Xbox is lying down. It's still currently running and with a game inside of it. Let me just turn it on its side.
yeah.
Never mind. I don't have Halo 3 anymore.
Yeah, man. Like, what was I talking about? Right, yeah. And also, like, PS4s now, like, their PS5s use 4K Blu-rays, so those hold even higher amounts.
Really? I just looked up how much Blu-rays held and they didn't tell me that.
Blu-rays can hold, I think, up to 50 or 60 gigs.
Okay, so this says how much data is on a Blu-ray disc, and it says the Blu-ray disc is capable... Okay. Blu-ray disc capable of storing 25 gigabytes of data. The total capacity is 50 gigabytes. So tell me the total capacity. That's what I fucking asked for.
Yeah, so it's 50. So that's why FF7 Remake is on 2 discs.
Yeah. 4K discs can store 66 to 100 gigabytes.
So 100, yeah.
Well, 66 if it's a dual layer and triple, or 100 if it's a triple layer.
Yeah, so, you know, it obviously probably depends on the PS5 game that they're going to do dual layer. and-
Depends. Sorry. Those jokes suck.
Yep. Ian.
I don't know. You don't listen to Council Super Beast anymore, right?
No.
Man, the amount, like 3 weeks in a row, they had full minute pauses in them for like a joke. And I'm like, bro, I get this is great live when you both are going like, and staring at each other. But when I'm in my car driving to work, listening to it, and I'm like, oh, I get, maybe I lost signal. Maybe this shit, or like my phone's fucking up. Let me go tap it 1,000 times. I'm driving on the highway, sir.
Yeah, I mean, again, I am somewhat guilty of this some weeks. I don't edit these very much, but I try most weeks to like eliminate pauses.
I would never allow a full minute of silence between us. That would be fucked up.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I've left 5 seconds in there multiple times.
That's fine. 5 seconds is a reasonable amount of time when you're sitting there. After the first second, you're like, okay, it's a pause.
Yeah.
3 seconds, oh, it's a long pause. 5 seconds, maybe there's something wrong. Oh, they started talking again.
Yeah.
So I've been playing a lot more Hades
Yeah. Old
because
game.
I bought it.
Old. It's old and not good.
What?
It's
old?
an old game and therefore it's not good.
How is it old?
It's from 2018, dude. It's old. It's too old.
You know my thing. It's 2006.
Huh?
No good games after 2006.
No good games. No good games are from older than this year. Right,
Big
Ian?
Call of Duty fan.
Right, Ian? No,
What?
the thing you say all the time is it's old, it's bad.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No.
That's why Halo
don't.
5 is the best Halo.
And also,
And
one
Boruto's the
second.
best Naruto.
Stop it!
right?
Stop twisting my words.
15's
Also
the best
quoting
Final
me completely
Fantasy.
Wrong. You're quoting me completely wrong. Also, Hades came out of early access this year, so the release is considered to be September 17th, 2020.
2018, baby.
Yeah, sure. Or get out of here. Yeah, but I've beaten it like 8 times now. I just beat it for the 9th time today. Because that game on PC is so much better because it runs at 60 frames. And on the Switch, it only runs on a cool 30.
Is it on PlayStation yet?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Damn.
No, it's just on Windows and Mac and Nintendo Switch.
Did you know that PS5 controllers work on Steam now?
I did. I heard about that. It came out pretty quickly that Steam allowed you to modify their shit so you can work with PS5 controllers.
Yeah.
Because if Sony's not going to do it, Steam will.
Well, yeah, they did it with what's the word? They did it with the big picture mode like 5 years ago-ish now.
Yeah.
And most games will natively support it too, so. Not PS5, PS4.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to keep my PS5 controller only to be connected to my PS5
Yeah.
because it's special there.
Yeah. I like the PS5 controller a lot, yeah.
I like it. That's great. I think we've hit the perfect size for controllers now.
Yeah, I think you could argue that it's slightly too big. You could make that argument.
Like, this is still a good size.
I think I might.
It's just that I remember piss babies being like, I don't like, my thumb is too big for the buttons. And I'm like, can you hit one button at a time?
Yeah.
Yeah? Shut up. If you have a problem with that controller, I got another one for you.
That's a very realistic fake gun.
Yeah, it's a BB gun, but it has no orange tip, so I do not bring it outside.
That's very similar to the one I spray painted black, but it's not because the orange.
You could have just asked me. I had this.
No, mine's from 5 years ago.
Oh.
Do you remember I shot the music video?
Was that 5 years ago? I think I still did have this.
Oh, it was 20. Yeah.
Me and Blake got these. Me and Blake got the same shit while we were like 19.
It was 2015 I did the music video.
Yeah, we went to,
If there was a BB in there, it'd be so funny.
There's not. I had to double check. I'm so paranoid. Because the way this one has it is there's BBs in here, they're not loaded though. I'm sure that sounds great, so I'm gonna close that drawer.
Great audio. But yeah, Ian, you like Hades? That's good.
Yeah, it's really good, and the story's great. As I've been playing through it, it makes more sense why it's on so many Game of the Year lists.
Yeah, I'd love
Like,
to.
it's-
I feel like I might go back and play it at some point now that everybody's talking about it. But it's just like there's so many other games that I want to fuck with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just think Hades, it really feels like because of my prior experience with the Switch, like I didn't beat that game until like 40 runs in on Switch.
Oh, so you bought it
And
a second time, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I did.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, so and then on PC, because I was watching Kyle, like after we played Among Us last time, him and Lee were like sitting in
The Discord.
we were sitting there for a bit because he was trying to help me with port forwarding, and turns out my old modem just did not allow it. So I have a new modem now, so I'm going to try and look at it again because that's the problem with the proximity chat mod. Is that we were on a server with a ton of other people like trying to use it, so
But
it would always be laggy. And
last time
sometimes
it
people
worked
just
pretty
couldn't
much
hear each
fine.
other. Yeah, but there was still times when people joined, and it's like I just can't hear this person. We just kind of started like, yeah, all right, one person, 9 other people it's working for. You sit in the corner for this round.
Yeah, we did do that. That was funny.
Yeah, but it just kind of had to work out like that, and so I'm gonna try and do some port forwarding. We're not gonna be able to do it tonight, but we can do it. But then after we all left, me and Kyle were just kind of talking. He started playing Hades, and he streamed it in my Discord, and it looked even better. It like his shitty stream he had looked better than the Switch version still, and I'm like, ah, shit. So then I watched him play for like 10 minutes, and then I went and bought the game.
Yeah, maybe
Yes.
I'll check it out. But I want to wait for the PS4 version first because like I have the Epic Game Store version, but it's like I don't like having to be plugged in with the controller, and I think that game's probably better on controller.
I think it's better on PC because of the way how you have to attack and how you aim. Well, it's better on keyboard. I know you hate this. If you rebound the controls so that attack were on R1 and R2, it would be probably the same as playing on keyboard and mouse. Because then you can dash and like aim and attack at the same time, and just like in that nice way you can do on PC. But the controller's not bad.
What do you mean
Hades has
dash and aim and attack at the same time?
Like if you when you're on controller, the only time you can kind of like look at an enemy, unless you play like with the claw, because like fuck, I gotta get my controller back.
I'm assuming you right stick.
Well, because you only really need the right stick when you're like using aiming stuff. Actually, you don't even need to, because when you start to like do a power shot with the bow, it all just halts you and you use the left stick for aiming. But like you're mashing square, you're doing your attack. I think square is the normal attack.
Okay.
Like for that one.
Okay.
So you're mashing square, you're attacking, but you're using the stick to direct where you're attacking.
Okay.
Because that's how it works on controller. Because unless you're playing like this and like
just
that
like any
shit,
other
like
game.
the claw.
But just like any other game, your left stick, you're moving left and you're hitting with the buttons. Yes.
Yeah, but on PC you can look with your mouse, walk around them, and like you can kind of like do a really good circle strafe on them, and attack them like facing them properly.
So what you're
Like, so
saying
you
is it's
can-
easier to strafe on PC.
Yeah, and it just makes the game a lot better, in my opinion.
Just to constantly be able to circle strafe around enemies and shit.
Yeah, and you could do it on controller as well. You just have to change the inputs to the ones you don't like.
Yeah. I mean,
By
I could probably just do it because I'm good and I don't mind.
Yeah, you're
I can hot switch
the
from the
penultimate
right
gamer.
Yeah. For sure. I can hot switch from right stick to fucking square.
Like
in
I don't
a
have
millisecond.
a platinum on a PS5 game yet, and you have like 2. So
I've got 3.
you're the real gamer here. Oh, 3? What's the oh, Pathless.
Yeah. No wait. Oh shit.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I don't have 3. Never mind. I'm wrong. I have.
Are you
I'm
like one away?
I'm one away from Spider-Man. PS5. Miles Morales.
100 combo?
Yeah, 100 combo. And then I have Astro's Playroom and Bug Snacks.
Oh, you didn't do Pathless?
No, Pathless, I had like, I think I have like 5 trophies away from Plat, and they like a few of them would require me to restart the game. Or just one of them would, but it's annoying. I like that game though, it's good. I did like do all of the things that constitute 100%ing it. They're just like kind of random trophies, you know what I mean?
How do you... Okay, I had to. I didn't even like my own fucking message so on Instagram. Yeah, all right. Pathless. You got 100% it, Nathan.
I did. I did. I just didn't get that plat.
You gotta 100% that trophy list, Nathan.
I don't care to do it.
Wow. So you're not a real game. You're a fake.
You're
You're a
fake, Ian.
faker.
You haven't even platted fucking Demon Souls.
I just I'm just making excuses. Whatever. I'm on a 7-win streak in Hades. Eat my ass.
Yeah, maybe I'll play that game again when it comes out on PlayStation.
If it does, did they announce it's going to come out to the other ones?
I mean, it's not gonna not.
Yeah, it's not like they're fucking Nintendo and being like,
Yeah.
oh, we don't put anything on anywhere, or Atlas.
Yeah, they don't hate money.
Yeah, especially an indie studio. It's
Every other
up
game
there.
from that developer is on PS4. So I would assume this one will.
And also,
too.
doesn't PS4 have like something going on with the Epic Game Store?
No.
Like, aren't they like friends?
Oh yeah, they actually do. Yeah, you're right. Because
Yeah.
PlayStation exclusives are mostly coming out on Epic, or they're coming out there first. Horizon didn't, but like Death Stranding, I think did.
One of Death Stranding was like pretty like 6 months after the game came out. They put it out on PC.
Yes, it was like 6 or 8 months.
Yeah.
That game's so good. I should go back to it.
Someone at this fucking thing, like game publisher, this game publication, was like, "Hey, is there going to be a PS4 version, PS5 title?" And the Supergiant pretty much replied with, "We just launched 1.0. Give us a fucking break."
Yeah. So once that's on
No.
PS4 or PS5, I'll probably buy it again.
No,
and
they
check her out.
But actually, they said we just launched it.
Yeah.
If they want it, it'll go on there.
They probably will. That means probably yes.
A haptic feedback on that game though would be really fun.
Yeah, or
Like-
I don't know how much they would put into that, but I do think they'd probably
since
put it.
if attack was on R1 and R2, or at least if there was like one for R2, it would be really fun to have like the fucking thing depending on your move.
Do you know what I like on R2? My favorite input on R2?
Dash.
Is dash. Feels good.
Yeah,
on
dash is a pretty good one.
like near
Dash is a good one when
Automata.
there's a lock-on mechanic.
Yeah,
Yeah, because if you have to like
near Automata.
focus like where your attacks are going as well as dashing, and it's just like I kind of wish R1 and R2 are good attack buttons when there's not a good lock-on mechanic.
Yeah, maybe. I just personally dislike it for third-person games. It's like, oh, you think you're too fucking good for these 4 nice face buttons I made for you? Oh, what, you think you're fucking better than
I
me?
put these sick fucking buttons on the face, and you can't even think to press them. You gotta go like this.
You put the fucking
You can't just
heel
do
button-
this. You gotta do that.
You put the heal button on square, but healing makes you stop moving. Why not put it on the fucking up directional button?
Who did that actually?
Isn't
well,
that-
Ghost of Tsushima? I think did that.
No, Ghost of Tsushima didn't put healing on square.
No, but I think they put it on the up
Up on the
like a
D-pad. Yeah.
D-pad.
Down
Yeah.
on the down. It's down on the D-pad in Spider-Man.
Yeah, D-pad is like great for utility.
Yeah.
And that's it. Unless you're playing a fighting game.
Yeah. Or like
And then it's all
any
up
2D
to you.
game, in which case then it's fine to use the D-pad to move.
Yeah, a proper 2D game, not a 2.5D game. If I feel like I can only move in 8 directions, to D-pad.
Yeah.
If it's like, oh, you can move however you want, like then I'd rather have the other one,
Yeah.
the stick. That's what it is.
But yeah, did you go last or did I? Yeah, you were talking about Hades. You got anything else for
Yeah.
Hades or no?
It's just really good, and the story's great.
That's
and
cool.
it's like,
I remember I
It-
liked a lot of the people I talked to in that game. It was really fun.
ooh, this is like a literal gamer humble brag right now. So do you know about the hidden aspects in Hades?
Like what?
Like how you can, if you spend like 5 Titan bloods or whatever, or Stygian blood, whatever the fuck it is, and you put it into a weapon, you can go talk to Achilles and he'll be like, "Oh shit, dog. I have here's a fucking thing. Now you get the special version of the weapon. But the first one you have to get to be able to get any of the other ones is the Spear of Gyeonyu. So you have to get this fucking spear first. So all my first 5 runs where I beat one of the Furies, I put all my Stygian blood into into the fucking spear. All you have to do is get to Hades, put 5 blood into this spear, and then Achilles has a chance to get it. But because I keep beating the fucking game instead of losing, I have to lose, because every time I talk to Achilles now, he's just like, "So you saw her, right? I can't believe you beat Lord Hades." And I'm like, "Stop talking about that.
Wait, why?
Give me the spear."
Why do you keep coming back once you get out?
That lore. It's the reason why. When you first meet Persephone, she tells you why.
Is Persephone your mom? Persephone's your mom, right? Or are you?
Yeah.
Or are you a bastard child? Because I know Persephone.
No, she knows who you
Hades'
are.
wife.
Yes. Except in some versions, Persephone is a captive.
Well, it's both. It's like kind of both. It's the same.
Yeah.
Being a wife and being a captive are the same thing in ancient
Hades
Greece.
takes the relationships they all have and like makes it feel either super spiteful or super loving. Or no, actually I think it's not really very spiteful. It's like Hades has like some beef with Zeus and Poseidon.
Yeah, that's classic.
Yeah,
But he's not a bad guy.
But Zeus and Poseidon, when they talk about him, is like, I miss my brother. I haven't seen him in a long time. And like all your cousins, which is the other gods, like Aphrodite, Athena, Artemis, they're just like, man, we haven't seen Uncle Hades in like 10,000 years. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like they all just talk about like they miss him, but every single time Hades talks about them, he's like, they're gonna kill me. They want to throw me. They want to rip me apart like we did to the Titans. And it's like, damn, Hades, relax. And then even Persephone's like, they're all schemers. They're gonna kill us once they find out about us or whatever. And fucking the rest of them are just like, don't know about that shit.
That's funny.
So I don't know. Maybe it's gonna go there. I only have, when I beat the game, allegedly, after the 10th time of beating Hades, he the game's over.
Oh shit. Okay.
Like the story game, the big story is over. Not just like, so I beat it. Persephone, Hades, all that shit's dealt with. All the other gods, and then the rest of the game is just like improvement, finishing up, like fixing up the underworld, getting your relationships up, fucking Thanatos, Megara, or Dusa, or there's two others, but whatever.
Yeah.
But remember,
yeah,
they're
when I
all
was
your cousins.
Well, that's all of them were cousins with each other. It's fine. It's Greek gods. Like it's how they.
Aphrodite's naked the whole time, and I did not realize it.
Fuck yeah.
Her titties be out.
Zeus and Hera are brother and sister.
I don't think Hera's in this game.
Like she doesn't show up, or she doesn't exist.
Well, she obviously has to exist because Zeus has children, but Hera is not in it at all.
Maybe they couldn't think of a moveset for her to upgrade.
There's a thing that I just saw in a lore tab. And it has to do with the bow.
Okay, well, whatever. Moving on. We're getting.
I guess
we're getting a
she's
little
just
long
not in
the
it.
tooth.
Anyways,
We're getting a little long in the tooth. I want to eat my fucking dinner before we do Among Us. The bloody thing's getting cold now.
you got like 40 minutes, and we only got two more things.
My food's getting cold. Okay, let me drop a. Let me just drop a real fasty boy. So the website that I use to read comic books on, that is owned by a company whom I do not endorse and will not endorse unless they pay me, had a Black Friday sale. And so I bought a bunch of comics that I've wanted to read for a long time. And the first one, which these all kind of go in order, is Batman Cataclysm. Now, in case you don't know, Batman Cataclysm is a classic story from the 90s, which was the start of a 2-year-long huge event that kind of crossed over a whole bunch of characters. And Cataclysm involves a 7.4 or 7.8 magnitude earthquake hitting Gotham City and fucking devastating it, like destroying it. And while a lot of the Wayne-owned buildings in Gotham, from apartment buildings to houses to, businessy buildings, were earthquake-proof because, he had an earthquake woman who knew shit about shit, and so he reinforced it. Unfortunately, Wayne Manor is too old of a building to have been earthquake-proofed, especially without excavating the Batcave. So Wayne Manor falls, and the Batcave pretty much is fucked. And then
does he go and live in like a high-rise, big apartment,
like in the Dark Knight?
Yeah, is that in the
No,
Dark Knight? Yeah,
that's the Dark
That's
Knight.
when they destroy it.
They destroy the house in the end of
In
Batman
Batman
Begins. But no,
Batman begills.
Batman Begills. That's what he is. That's what they call it when he is the Aquaman.
Yeah.
No, but anyway, he doesn't get to live in a high rise. He lives in the fucking waste of his home. Or I don't know what he winds up doing because I'm not far enough. But I read all of Cataclysm, which is the first volume, and then there are 2 volumes I think called like Aftershock, and then we get into a 4-volume series that is called No Man's Land. Which No Man's Land, in case you don't know, Cataclysm and No Man's Land are some of the most important and long-lasting pieces in the DC universe. They introduced for the first time to the comics reading public the characters of Cassandra Cain and the character of Harley Quinn. So P big deal.
Oh man,
Anyway, so yeah,
I just got a big waveform. Yeah, that's cool.
yeah. So
I love it when comics introduce characters that I already love
yeah. So
for the first time.
I mean, obviously Harley Quinn was in this show first. The
Yeah.
Batman.
That's
the
where
animated
she was
series.
created.
But yeah, this was the first time they put her in a comic book. But I haven't gotten to that part yet because that's in No Man's Land. But No Man's Land is like the biggest, coolest crossover that they've ever done in DC, at least. And yeah, I'm super excited to get into it. So
Nice.
I'm like a sixth of the way through, but it's really cool when a comics crossover like works the way they're supposed to, where you manage to take a small piece of every book that's going on and tell a coherent, interesting story that doesn't stop being
Bro,
good.
it is ice cold in this room.
That sucks.
Yeah. My titties. I could cut diamonds right now. All right, so cool comic book.
Cool
You're
comic
six of
book.
the way through.
Yep.
Can't wait to hear how it ends.
You will.
Yeah. All right. So I wrote Yakuza 7 here for the last part of my week, but honestly, I don't really. It's mostly spoiler stuff that I could talk about, so I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Because the business dimension, the most fun part about it, is gone.
Okay. I take great issue with still wish it wasn't turn-based, because turn-based
Sometimes, and it's when I'm fucking like when they throw me in like some sort of dungeon. Yakuza 7 has some really annoying like big enemy like fight parts, and it's just like I really wish I could just be Kiryu and just knock them all the fuck out, or like just do big sweeping attacks all the time. I don't want to wait. I just want to kick their ass, and I get it. That's the point. That's his personality, that he won't just fucking he won't just stomp people like Kiryu does. Is that your dessert?
Yeah.
So yeah, he won't just
My dinner
stomp
is
you.
so
Yeah,
fucking cold, Ian.
I'm sorry. Isn't there a microwave like over there? Just put it in for like 30 seconds. It doesn't ruin the food that much.
Yeah, sorry.
All right. So Kiryu, he'll stomp a man. Fucking Ichiban will give them a chance. But when you're like going through the sewers, like trying to make your way down like to like some bullshit, or you're going through the sewers to get like upgrade materials, I'm just like, God, this is so fucking long. It takes so much of my time. Getting
Yeah.
into combat is just super long and shit. And then, or when I'm running around town, getting into engagements with enemies that I'm just going to stomp. I'm at the point, by the way, that you told me about where everything gets harder, and it's those people who had trouble weren't upgrading their materials. They weren't getting better things to use. I think they were skipping over and only playing the story. You got to do the sub stories.
Again, yeah, the thing I heard was you have to grind.
I haven't had to.
No, sorry, not that you have to, but like you should if you want to make
You
it
should,
easy.
but yeah, but you don't want. That's the thing. The latter parts of Persona get so fucking easy because you get to the point. Like if you're in November in base Persona 5, you can go and do the Reaper fucking despair exploit and get to level 99 when you should be like level 70, and then you can beat the shit out of everything super quickly.
Yeah, I never did
And then
that.
in Persona 5 Royal, you can do like the quick kills on enemies and get their XP, and you just get all the shit really quickly. There's always something. Yeah. Well, fuck. It's just always something that makes like grinding kind of makes the game like way too easy.
But like that's part of the fun sometimes. Like I'm excited because like FF10 has so much side content that you're supposed to do before the end, because like you get to a point where you can kind of, you know, every Final Fantasy game, they like to string you along until you get to a point where you can do literally anything. And that's usually at the same time that you get the airship in any one of those games. 15, it's post game for some reason.
Yeah, and then it's also like there's no story content or big
Yeah.
side quests to give me a ton of XP, and it's like, now go fight this turtle who's level 99, level 40.
Yeah, but it's like now you have the airship and you can go wherever you want. You can do other missions and shit.
15 is a really cool linear game. When you take it out of its linearity, that game starts to lose points.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think the first half where it's open world, you know, between like chapters 2 and 9 or whatever, I think it's pretty good.
It's 4 and 9.
4 and 9, shit.
Yeah.
I think that part's fun.
I think Final Fantasy 15 would have more haters if it was linear, like I don't know, like 13 was.
But 10 was like that, and people like 10.
Yeah, but that's because 10 wasn't hyper realism time where it's like, oh, these look like real humans. Where 10 still looks like anime.
Yeah.
So, but I think
you know
no
what?
one
I think
loves Final Fantasy 15 is what I'm trying to get at here.
Yeah.
People are like, they're either like, yeah, it's good, I like it, it was fun, but I have problems, or it's like, I fucking hate it, it's garbage. I think if that game was a pure straight tunnel, those people who are like, yeah, it's okay, would probably be like, yeah, it's great, it's awesome.
Now here's my problem, Ian.
Yeah, go on.
So what you're describing, I think I mostly agree with you, because like FF7R proves that like it doesn't really have to be open world to be good and to be well liked by most people. However, 7 Remake, what that has on 15 is like actual good combat.
Yeah.
Whereas 15 has pretty kind of bad combat rather.
15 has like really shallow combat.
Yeah, there's
like, once
one
you get
button.
And also they hid too much of like the good combat, like the things you could do behind like the level up tree, and then you had to grind for the level up tree, and it's like, just fucking give it to me by playing through the game. Make it like a 12-hour straight fucking story, like a linear story. I just think it would have been better.
Or at
I
least,
hope
like,
16 is an open world fun combat game though.
Yeah, at least like 7R is like, it has fun combat, and it's like a 20 to 40 hour game, like, which is the right amount personally for Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it's just all the. I know you probably don't have a problem with it, but the padding in 7.
No, I
really
was the
ruins
one
it
that
for a lot
told
of
you
people.
about it. I was the one that told you about the padding. I still think 7 Remake overall is really fucking great.
Yeah, but that's what I was trying to say is, a lot of people, including me, the padding is what's just like, I wish it wasn't. I wish the game was just faster. I wish I didn't have to go through all this shit. Yeah, so don't pad your games. Let me just play through your story. Let me enjoy it. Let me have a good old time.
Yeah. Don't
Yakuza
prioritize.
7
Don't
Yakuza
prioritize
7
content over storytelling.
Yakuza 7 is better in story than the rest of them because it allows me to have other party members that I can care about. The story is not just how me, main character, Ichiban Kasuga, interacts with the world. It's about me, Ichiban Kasuga, hanging out with my 3 cool friends,
Yeah.
plus 3 others that you get later on that, like, are just, it's that you get to see their stories, you get to see how they go through the game, you get to help them with their relationships. Like, what Adachi's is like, he's broke all the time, and you find out why, and it's for a really noble reason.
So what you're
And
saying is FF7 takes what the aspects of having turn-based and goes, this means we wind up having to have more characters, and then runs with that and actually achieves it.
I was talking about Yakuza 7 just now.
What did I
You just
say?
said FF7.
Did
You
I
said
really say
FF7.
FF7? Fuck.
Yeah.
No, okay. What I'm saying is, like, FF7 became a combat game and then stretched out its story to have more gameplay. But Yakuza 7, the Yakuza franchise was already a JRPG with action combat. And then by becoming a turn-based JRPG, used that to enhance its storytelling by telling multiple people's stories.
Yeah. And also Ichiban is just a lovable himbo.
Hell yeah.
Where Kiryu is also a lovable himbo.
But in a different
But-
way.
but he's a lot more passive and won't get into fights. Where Ichiban will stick up for people,
He's
and not
more-
because of his own.
Kiryu's more serious man.
Yeah, Kiryu's like, I'll stop a rape from happening. Ichiban's like, I'll stop a man from disrespecting a woman in public.
But to be fair, Kiryu
Or,
also
Kiryu will
stopped
be
a
like-
man from disrespecting a dominatrix.
Yeah. Well, it was more that he just got so curious because, like, what's with this shitty dominatrix? They were being. He meets the dominatrix before she starts getting disrespected. You walk through in Sotenbori, and I think in Yakuza. Is there another dominant? Whatever.
No, it's in
dominatrix in-
Kamurocho in Zero.
Okay. Also in Kiwami too. So I was thinking of that one mostly. But
Okay.
oh yeah, the fucking one in Zero where you go to the park.
Yeah.
Yeah, was that man disrespecting? I think it's the
Yeah, he
same
was-
in Kiwami too,
that's very
where you
similar.
walk past, and the guy just says, "I don't know, you're just not doing it for me. I'm just gonna head out. Bye."
Yeah.
And then, like, but then Kiryu comes up and goes like, "Oh, that's weird. You look bummed out. How's it going?" Where Ichiban would just be like, he wouldn't say "How's it going?" He would yell from across the
like-
road saying, "Hey, she's trying her best out there.
This guy
You
being a
stop beating
dick
me
to
to
you.
that whore." Yeah. Or you know, remember the babies from Kiwami 2?
I know they're back.
They're back, but the way you know how Kiryu is like, "Oh, disgusting! Get away from me!"
Yeah.
Ichiban meets them and goes, "Everyone's got their own thing." And then at the end of the sub story, after you beat the shit out of them, it's the same thing where the captain is like, "Hey man, why don't you join us?" And Kiryu's like, no," and leaves. They offer you a cup of baby formula, and Ichiban gets two options, and it's ignore it or take it. And if you take it, he goes like, "Fuck it, whatever." Gotta try something.
That's funny.
Yeah, and then he has it, but then they're like, "Get him in a diaper," and he's like, "Nope, now I'm out."
No, I'm out, baby.
Yeah, so Yakuza 7 has a lot more. Ichiban has a lot more heart than Kiryu.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool. I want to play that, but I'll wait till it's on PS5 just because there's a lot of other games.
At this point, the game is good enough that I probably will
Buy it again.
Once you have it in March, I'll play through it again, and we
yeah,
can
buy
do
it
like a side by side.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
But
All right.
also, I was watching a Let's Play, and there is like a lot of foreshadowing in this game. There's a guy who just talks about like every single like euphemism he says about like he's just going like blah 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 this thing, and I'm like, then that thing happens to him at the end of his storyline.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's about all the time we have for today, fellas. Thank you so much for watching, everybody listening. Fuck, whatever. I don't know if I can care. All right. If you want to listen to more of us, you're already doing it, so keep doing what you're doing. But if you want to see the video versions and maybe see if we ever put out more videos, go to youtube.com/n8scomedy. If you want to follow me, I am at the Media Hole on Twitter. I'm at the Media Hole on TikTok. And I am at twitch.tv/the Media Hole, where I'm going to be streaming the Game Awards next Thursday on the 10th. At whatever time that is, Eastern. I don't know. I'll probably, fuck it. And of course, if you want to follow me on Tumblr, I'm when your balls get stuck to your leg.tumblr.com.
Change your name.
If you want to follow Ian, he's at StrugglesV on everything. And he's recently come under fire on the Chinese markets for tweeting that Chinese people are bad. All right, guys.
It's that the Chinese government's bad.
Sure. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Bye.
Bye.